Uh, oh, hey, what the fuck is that bullshit? What the fuck is that bullshit? Goddamn tomatonator. What the fuck is that goddamn thing? Fucking tomatonator? Chocobo, why haven't you responded to my fucking DMs, huh? Why haven't you responded to my DMs? Is okay, wait, hold on. Is the fucking hold on. Is the chat working? Why isn't the chat working? Everyone. Yeah, I sent you a DM on Discord. What? Hold on. What the fuck? Why isn't this working? Okay, and then Streamlabs. Do I have to hold on? Why? There we go. Now you fucking responded. Hold on. Hold on. I'll yell at you in a second. I'm not actually angry, don't worry. Bro's going all in. Why the fuck? Badges. Platforms, YouTube. And then chat, and then there we go. How about that? Is that good? Are we good? There we go. Yes. Yes. There we go. Yes. Oh my gosh, finally. All right. We're good. We're good. Everything's okay now. Everything's okay. We have two moderators in here too, so hello, Scaramouche. Hi, Scaramouche. This fucking weirdo, guys. This fucking weirdo. There we go. There we go. So, today, we have a few different things we're going to do. One, I wanted to start off with just a little bit of politics, talking about some stuff, talking about something that I'm going to be writing. I'm going to be writing a pamphlet, I guess, manifesto. I don't know, something that I've been thinking about for a long time, and I wanted to put into words, and I wanted to upload. It's going to be talking about. It's going to be the idea behind materialism with narrative, right? How to use stories, how the left should use stories. Because a lot of times liberals and liberalism will co-opt icons from socialists because we don't use them. Or if we do use them, we don't use them to the fullest potential that we can. Gramsci talked about how cultural hegemony, the idea that the prevailing ideology and system influences culture and stories and narrative. But he didn't go all the way into saying that we should use them ourselves. He just identified that it is being done by the other side. And this piece of writing that I'm going to be doing is going to be talking about how we should use narratives. And that's not just in the way of movies or books or video games or anything like that, but we should. I heard the notification. How we should literally be using narratives and storytelling in all aspects of revolution and Marxism, right? This is not to replace dialectics. This is not to replace materialism and analysis of things, but it's to light the imaginations and the hearts and minds of the proletariat and people who are a part of the revolution on fire to then learn more about class consciousness and other things like that. So the things that I'll be talking about is the things that I've coined is super narrative, grand narrative, and cultural narrative. With super narrative being the way that you analyze something. How do people use clothes to tell a story? How do people use clothes as a symbol and ideology and backing of their beliefs, right? We see this with fascism, the black shirts, Hugo Boss, and everything like that with uniforms. But how should we use on the left these ideas? We saw it with Huey P. Newton. We saw it with the Black Panthers. We saw it with the idea of berets, turtlenecks, and even ideas of hair and so on. But it was isolated, right? That wasn't adopted by other movements, right? Oftentimes it was then used as more of an ideology, not ideology, but more of militaristic look to things. We see this with like the way that Tang suits were used, or uniforms and simple utilitarian outfits were used by socialist leaders. But identifying different ways and also the narratives is kind of what's going to be going into. But then grand narrative is going to be the literal narrative that we tell of revolution. And that is not just history, but how are we going to embolden it? How are we going to bolster it? How are we going to retell it in a way that lights imagination on fire? Because everything, even in our own minds, every day we tell a narrative. And to do a narrative is dialectics, is the big idea. Because the idea behind narrative is that there is a beginning, then there is a middle, and then there is an end. There is a thesis, then there is an antithesis, and then there is a synthesis. Within storytelling, there is Act 1, 2, 3. There is inciting incident, rising action, climax. That's dialectics, because the climax results in something at the end that is a synthesis of the previous two ideas. So if we use this logic towards revolution, towards Marxism, we will be able to properly understand and spread class consciousness and material gain. So I'm sure if you read it, whenever I fully write it out, that it will be able to make a lot more sense. But it's kind of like what I'm saying is tell story with what you do, right? Not just say what you do, but symbolize it. Make symbolism. Say, use flowery language. Use the language that is going to light the imagination of people on fire. To want to do revolution, not in an adventurous way, but because there's already material gains, you are also becoming a part of the story and the narrative of revolution, because everyone in the proletariat is a part of that revolution. And then finally, the cultural narrative is basically me just talking about cultural Marxism and saying that some people say that cultural Marxism doesn't exist. Other people say that it does. What's important is we need to make sure that definitively that shit does exist. We need to be woke. We need DEI. We need to be as fucking woke as possible when it comes to storytelling, so that it can properly be revolutionary in telling these ideas and spreading Marxism and ideology. So we do not just tell stories, we should influence and put in things like, oh, an evil corporation, oh, a revolutionary black person, or somebody that experiences racism, or diversity, but diversity that only comes with inclusivity and change and other things like that. We need to move beyond what liberals do to co-opt our progressiveness to then use it for their monetary gain, but to use it before they can for revolutionary purposes. So that is that's my goal. Yeah, I'm one of them wokesters. We need to be as woke as fucking possible. Because that's that is another part of the thesis that I'm trying to push forward, is that queer people specifically use narrative and stories to talk about themselves more than possibly any other minority, right? And this is not just say like, oh, well, people of color don't do it at all, or the people, or the right or the left and liberals don't do it at all. We all tell stories, but for some reason, because of the seriousness of socialism and revolution, we don't tell stories about ourselves because some orthodox Marxists are too focused on economics, right? They're too focused on efficiency. They are too focused on just the idea of it and doing of it and praxis. But then there's also the idealists who do nothing but think and dream of it. All they do is talk about how good it could be. But then there's not the bridge between those that tells the story of economics, but also the dreams of how good it can be, while also acknowledging the flaws in material analysis of what is genuinely going on, to tell the story of us, of our people, of the revolution, right? And that's what I'm saying needs to be done. We need to take a cue out of all the people who write on AO3 and not only just write stories about our struggles through symbolism and through subtext and themes, but then literally say that what we are doing is a story. Whenever we are doing protests, we are not just protesting. We are calling out and symbolizing the bourgeoisie as the vampires they are, saying that they are sucking our blood and saying that they are extracting and murdering us. We need to narrativize and storytell and kind of use a specific language with that revolution that starts to infest into the imaginations of other people, right? We cannot just, we are not just protesting. No, this is a day that we are retaking our freedom. We are not just doing one thing. We are doing something epically. We are doing something impressive. We do not just storm a building and occupy it. It is the day that we show our freedom. It is the beginning of a new dawn, or so on and so forth. We need to utilize that sort of language because it is so powerful. And by being able to use that to tell a story of not just what we are doing, but why we are doing, and how even the things we are doing is symbolic of whenever we storm a building or so on and we commit revolution, it is not just revolution. It is the righteous duty and acts of people who have seen the harm coming up and rising up against something to strike at the heart of them, right? And that's what I mean by narrative, because that is a narrative, that is a story, and that's how we should be able to do it. If we wear clothes, obviously we're going to be wearing clothes, but if we have symbols and flags and protest signs and everything like that, they need to have symbology behind them, not just icons. Because to have a deepness to them, we understand what is the actual goal going on. But that's going to be the writing that I'm going to be doing. I have a bunch of notes. I have all my notes right here. Welcome back, Chocobo. I have stuff right here, all my notes, how I want to label it out, everything like that, and I have no idea how. Oh, there's the fucking. There's okay. Suddenly everything just got like repeated, but that's what we're gonna be doing. Anyway, I gotta check this DM. I hate getting ads whenever he's in the middle of talking. Yeah, it's so weird that like, isn't it so weird? Here's an ad. I wish I could see the ads that people get, but I can't. Use that frustration that you're having to fuel your hatred for capitalism. Use that to want you to like fucking go kill your landlord. Obviously that's a joke. What did I skip, guys? I was trying to find good profile pictures. I don't know. I was talking about a bunch of shit, really. What are you guys saying? What did I skip? All right, good. There goes my Thursday plans. What do you mean by Thursday plans? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Wait, no, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go find PFPs again. Go, shut the fuck. Go die. Go die in a hole. How about that? You should do that. Genshin fans try not to change PFE every 5 seconds. Challenge impossible. Yeah, no, exactly. Like literally. Literally. All right. Let's do some democracy, guys. Let's do some liberal democracy. One, we're setting up a goal for 2 hours. Super chats are going on, and the goal for this is I don't know. What is it? What's the goal here? Last image of Haruka. Changed my Discord PFP for the first time and had an aneurysm. I don't know how y'all do it. No, literally, like, I mean, I changed I don't change my my Discord PFP. I've only ever changed my my YouTube profile picture once, and it was from what it was from before to now with the bisexual icon behind it. And honestly, I'm tempted to change it again. But if somebody can find one where it's like bisexual, but then also like the hammer and sickle, I'll have that be my profile picture. Instead of changing PFPs, you should use that time to torture. Yeah. No, well, tautology, right? We all know what tautology is. It means to say something twice, but just with a different word. What should the not host a Q&A because the Q&A is going to be saved for like the 3000 special. You decide. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start a poll. What to do? YTTD Persona 3 Delta Rune what are they gonna say? What are they gonna say? Watch the news and talk. There we go. Poll has started. Read Lost in the Cloud? No. Hi, fellow Haruka fans, and you know, out of all the prisoners in Milgram, I think Haruka is the most fucked up, but is also like not the most guilty though. Like I genuinely think that that's he's like so fucked up, but he's also not the most guilty. Like I do think like is he guilty? 100%. He's 100% guilty, right? That fucking weirdo. But also at the same time, I think that he is the least guilty too. It's 70 hours and he has so many other series to finish. But that's why we're live streaming. That's why we're live streaming. It's so that we can do Persona. Also, somebody literally paid me money to do Persona. So like I have to do it. Yes, he's so guilty, but also because bro's actions are so horrible, but I just feel so... No, genuinely, like, yeah, I feel so bad for him. I feel so bad for Haruka. I think he's gross. He's a little, like, disgusting freak, but I also, like, feel so bad for him. People being, like, surprised that, like, Trump is alive, I'm like, dude... The moment Trump dies, they're not going to hide it. They are going to immediately talk about it. They are going to like come out and be like, guys, our awesome leader has died. Our great man theory is dead. The thing about Haruka is that we know he feels guilty. What's the point in not forgiving if he feels remorse? What is he supposed to do? I mean, it's one of those things that, like, the thing behind guilty and innocent verdicts within Milgram, it does come down to personal taste, but it also just comes down to, like, we saw what happened whenever we voted Haruka innocent. He just got worse. right? It's not a matter of if we forgive or if we don't forgive him and if he feels guilty or not. We know that it's so much deeper than that. And it's so hard like to truly put into words, but you know what I mean. No, genuinely, like whenever Trump dies, it's going to be like he has reunited our supreme leader, right? Despite the fact that like the DPRK is literally like a fucking it is a form of democracy, but more than even the U.S. is. Pebbles cereal is doing a pop-up store where people have to pay for their cereal with piles of rocks. Real money won't be accepted. That's fucking awesome marketing campaign. That's awesome. Manosphere ad after a makeup ad. This is very gender affirming. No, genuinely, I maybe it might end up doing bad for some members of the stream, but I'm trying to be like as extreme as possible with as blatant as my politics. Be like, yes, we are going to fucking kill people. um, but like legally, of course, within our Second Amendment right. Uh, and stand ground and everything like that. Genuinely, like that's obviously how you do it. You legally have to stand your ground against tyranny. Is that there will unfortunately be some people who like aren't going to see that and they're going to like see a manosphere ad and they're going to be like, Tate is correct. Cobra Tate is correct. Kill John Lennon. Kill John Lennon. And they're going to like go away from the left. Yeah, calling them besties. 6'7". The dictator approved statue. Uh, Trump approved a statue. Hold on. Yeah, actually, Tate is based. Goodbye. I'm an alt right 4chan cis man now. Dude, you got to go more extreme than that. You need to go like not even just anti-government or small government. You need to go big government, authoritarian, full-on fascist Mussolini, like Hitler worship. You need to go like all the way to the right. You need to like praise fucking capitalism, but hate you have to love American capitalism because American capitalism is the most pure form of capitalism because it's competition and it exploits workers. Like you need to acknowledge it exploits workers because they're not working hard enough and they should be workers while other people are being bolstered and that the ruling class has to they are supposed to be there, right? That's what you need to do. You need to go like full on. Statue with quotes from dictators praising Trump on it as a call out. But I'm a Christian nationalist now. Heartbreak. Yeah, exactly. So heartbreaking. You know what I think is hilarious is that their manga artists like when they have their manuscript paper is actually like pretty thick because it's meant to like be for inking and stuff and like sharp nibs. Is that really big mangaka have they have their own fucking like at the very bottom they have their own like watermark of the logo of their fucking story and like book. Well, from the liberal perspective, globalist just means spreading capitalism to as many places as possible and to work with supposed foreign enemies for capitalism, and that's supposedly like a bad thing under their ideology, despite the fact that like fascism will inevitably become globalist because it's spreading the ideology as far as possible. But globalist in the way of just like wanting like the international and like internationalism is not bad, because it's, support the proletariat all around, support people, and the abolishment of racism, bigotry, and capitalism and fascism all around. Hello, Mepper. Hi, Mepper. No, globalism can be compounded with interventionalism too. Interventionalism is specifically an idea of going in and intervening, but globalism is an idea of going and spreading it through a non-violent means or whatever the fuck. Right? Hold on. There's so many different. Yeah, it is. It just means connecting people all across the world ideologically, and in the conspiracy way, it means new world order, uh, attempting a form of world government and stuff like that. Which is technically there is a world government, guys. Right now there is a world government. It's called the United Nations. It's called the United Nations, but instead of a single government dictating everything, it is a government governing body that is the coalition of a bunch of other governments together deciding how things work and how capitalism spread. No, exactly, like literally. So I am a believer in international revolution. I genuinely believe that once revolution starts one place, it needs to spread to other places, right? It needs to. But I am also a believer in pragmatism, that some nations cannot and should not spread revolution beyond their own country, right? Because it'd be idiotic to do so. Let's say, like, hypothetically, in the imperial core of America and Canada and the like, if there was a successful revolution, I know, big dream, right, of socialism, and like the dictatorship of the proletariat happened, and it was fully under the control of America. America should 100% then go spread revolution to other countries, but not in a Trotskyist way where it's perpetual revolution, because that was the issue with Trotskyism, was that it was perpetual revolution. You need to constantly do revolution at every single point, no matter what. The idea behind international revolution is to spread revolution, and eventually, yes, you will stop, but then keep going. But eventually, international revolution is to spread revolution as far as possible to an end point, and then to maintain it, right? Trotskyism was to consistently have revolution and to consistently have overthrows of governments, even if there was like other shit like that, which is obviously revisionist, right? Once there was the dictatorship of the proletariat and so on, even something like social democracy in a single place, there is no need for revolution, right? All it needs is to be like maintained and then to be swayed further and further left through organizing and so on, right? But some like people like some leftists are saying like, why does it, China's imperialist because they don't go and help the Congo, and they're buying from the Congo. One, the black market will always exist, right? The Congo is being controlled by Europe and the United States. It is being exploited so much to the point to where it is forcing other countries and nations to exploit it as well. That is the ultimate form of capitalism, is imperialism. Forcing other nations to partake in colonialism and imperialism because of the sheer amount of control that they have, and like cutting off things, right? You have a nation, it's free, but then two other nations want what it has. and then they decide what comes in and what goes out, and then determine the pricing of it because they now control it and are imperializing it. This then forces other nations to partake in that imperialism. Exactly. And so any other country that wants this sort of resource that's only here because of consolidation and then proxy wars that determine more control over that stuff and the capital and the control of it makes other countries like China need to buy from there. But we need to understand that what China does in the Congo is not what the United States and like France does in the Congo. They are specifically doing like things that helps workers, building specific places that can at least alleviate them, as long as parts of China is doing operations in there. They do not control it. They are just having buying and operations within their companies and businesses and so on, and that's what would happen anyway, whether there was, because like the resources that they have isn't in China. South America or Saudi Arabia. And everyone here despises the West. Liberals are so detached. No, literally, yeah. But the thing is that not only do they despise the West, but they don't just despise the West. They despise the West in a moralistic way, not in a material analysis way, right? Because inevitably, I mean, if you look at like the Middle East, right? The Middle East is like, there's a ton of fucking hyper capitalist countries. Look at Saudi Arabia, right? Like that is literally just filled with oligarchs of oil barons and princes and shit, right? To like heirs of massive corporations and shit. And like they might hate the West, but they're still doing the exact same thing that the West does. And that's one of those things where like culture, and the thing that I was saying before about narrative is important within revolution. But anyway, back to China, is that China can't and should not start revolution in the Congo, because it should be up to the Congolese people to do revolution. Yes, they should help them more than they already are, and to start spreading and like start teaching people, and there should be some form of organizing beyond the socialist stuff, and like they should have the social organizations that are in the Congo spread and help them spread ideology to have a proper spark of revolution and uprising against Western imperialism. But that can only happen if the geopolitical state is ready for a massive first world country like China to back that country as well. Yeah, exactly. Good. I'm glad they got banned. I mean, that's the other thing, is that even if the Middle East is capitalist, capitalism harms capitalism. It's a part of like the whole competition and shit. They will end up killing each other because, and inevitably after they kill each other, that leads into fascism, right? To continue the spread of ideology and shit like that. But yet, like, China should focus on themselves, but should also help spread in some way, and they do, because they are bolstering and trying to help countries that are nearby as best as they can. They are not going to start a ground invasion of the United States to start a revolution, nor should they. It should be up to the people within that nation to then work together once revolution starts. Because if China causes a revolt in the Congo, and it's just China overthrowing them, that makes the Congo reliant on China. Guess what that is? That's basically just imperialism. That is a reliancy on a place that is away from them. But if the Congo does a revolution and gets help from China and they work together, that means that now they are being able to bolster themselves, but also work communally with China, meaning that if China stops helping them, they can still survive on their own without relying on a foreign entity. Yeah, the world is healing, definitely. But anyway, we had a 50% for your turn to die. So we're going to start with your turn to die. Have y'all like read the arguments that was happening in the Fuda video? That's my most disliked video now. That's my most disliked video now. It's insane. Lentil soup. You're here too after everything you did. After everything you did. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not actually yelling at you. You were stating your opinion. That's okay. You had your opinion. You weren't trying to argue. You weren't directly saying that I was wrong and were trying to like shit on me or anything like that, like other people were. Which was the only issue I had. I did not have an issue with people like saying their own opinion and shit. It was more of the fact that people were like, "You're wrong. You're fucking stupid." Everything you say is wrong, and then like continue to argue with me. What me and Lentil were doing, where we were having a debate back and forth. That's fine. That is completely normal. I am completely okay with that. But I mean, obviously, dialectics. The very idea of dialectics is arguing and having ideas, right? I believe that everyone should have different opinions and other things like that, while also having like a mainline Democratic Party line of shit, right? Of like, we believe in different things, but this is the goal we've all decided on. This is what we have to do, right? So I don't mind debate, but it was the people that were just being downright fucking rude. Like, literally, somebody was saying that you want to murder a 12-year-old, but then not, like, understanding the context of the story and shit. No, literally, genuinely. They said not a safe space for cult victims. Not to say that cult victims don't have internet access, but I don't think there's a lot of cult victims in here, and that's not to say that it shouldn't be safe for them if they were here, but also, have you watched the rest of the shit that I have? Liberalism is a death cult. That's not a joke. It is a literal death cult. Go watch Hakeem's video on liberalism being a death cult. Like, it is so fucking bad that, yes, me saying that to like free people and to have liberation and self-determination, but also communal uplifting and determination of the means of production, that is like the most safe way you can be to a cult victim, is by saying, hey, you're okay now. Yeah, exactly. Chocobo, they're a mod here. They rage bait me a lot and they argue with me a lot, but that's completely fine. They still agree with me, and I still agree with what they say. There is still a party line on the channel, and that is extremist revolutionary socialism, right? So it doesn't matter. Like, a bunch of the moderators have different opinions on how to do things, but at the end of the day, there's still going to be like opinions and divergences. But we all agree that this is how it needs to be done. But yeah, it was so stupid. It was so fucking stupid. All those people in the comments and stuff, and like some of them were, I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. I mean, I didn't like or heart them because I didn't agree with them. I only heart and like comments that I agree with or that I truly do like, and I'm like, yeah, this is a good thought. But if there's just a bunch of people being like, oh, no, I rage bait, yeah, get a load of this guy. I'm gonna misgender them now, guy. All right, Chocobo, do you know if your turn to die specifically saves progress? Does it save progress? Let's click continue. Okay. I don't have the link anymore. I don't know where the link is. It's not in recommendations. Is it in gaming? Where'd you put the link at? Oh, welcome back, Scaremash. Art channel. Topic. has link. Hi, I fuck with Scaramouche, yeah. So what? I just kept talking. I just was yapping, really. Did you DM it to me? You did. Okay. Yeah, you DM'd it to me. I was looking on the fucking channel for no reason. Okay. All right, here we go. Do you guys hear it? Do you guys hear it? I want to be able to turn it down because I don't know why nobody told me, but last time in the last fucking video, my voice was quiet and the game was too loud. Why did none of you like warn me about that? SMH, what the fuck's wrong with you? All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get something to eat before we begin. We're gonna play Your Turn to Die for maybe an hour or two, and then that'll be uploaded on the channel. Drama. 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 Ugh. Alright. What the fuck have you guys been doing? Hold on. Cheese pizza? No, it's not cheese pizza. Deku, the whole time you were away, my mind was... Cut it out. Cut it the fuck out. There's going to be people out there you're going to make jealous. It's not okay. That's not okay. Don't do that. Fish. Mepper mention? It's bagel bite. Hold on. What have you guys been saying after I was gone? Obviously, food plus visual novel equal peak. Chocobo math. Really? Oh, dude, I eat so much, but like I have such a high metabolism, and I'm fucking massive. But is he suing Vocaloid? But yeah, look at all my bagel bites. Look at all my bagel bites, guys. Look at all this shit. So I'm gonna ask a question. Should I play while eating or should I play after I eat? Cheers, my friend. Yeah, but I know some people don't like it whenever, like, streamers and videos eat while doing shit because they think of, like, whatever. Actually, it's tea. It's tea. It's neither of those. It's sweet tea. It's sweet tea in a giant fucking tankard. Guys, lentil soup made soup. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Yeah. I mean, well, dude, I literally live where sweet tea was invented. So, yeah, of course I'm going to drink sweet tea. I prefer matcha. Not matcha labubu, but like genuine actual green tea. I love green tea, especially jasmine green tea and Arizona green tea. I hate the fact that like green tea has become like a meme or whatever. Like, oh, you need your matcha labubu. Shut the fuck up and let me drink my drink. Let's see, deactivate and then activate. There we go. All right. Which way should I have the camera? Hold on. I have the one and only Vladimir Lenin Limbubu. Guys, do I need my keyboard for anything while playing Your Turn to Die? Okay. You need it for chapter 2? Okay, so I don't need it for chapter 1. All right, awesome. Awesome. Is that good? I think that's good. All right. Now loading. Where's the sound at? Bye-bye, lentil. Bye-bye, lentil. Your gracious leader has forgiven you. Auto dash should be on, I'd imagine. Dude. It's the size of my face. It's a tankard. It's a fucking tankard. Here's the second largest Stanley Cup you can get. I drink 3 full things of this, or, well, technically, it would be 3 full things of this, but it's equivalent to 3 full things of water of this a day. I am so fucking hydrated. And somehow I'm still, like, always tired. Okay. Where's the audio? Huh. You have something that was made under capitalism because capitalism forces you to buy things, and you say you don't like it? Intriguing, really. Very intriguing. Hey, just because capitalism is evil doesn't mean they don't actually have genuine good products sometimes. Like, look at the PS5, or PS4, or PS1. Okay, give me a second. Where the fuck is the goddamn audio at? I think I have to restart. Whoops. What the fuck? Where the fuck did my goddamn shit go? Oh, there we go. What the fuck was that about? That was not what I wanted to do. There we go. Fuck me, finally. Yeah, what? You're not a punk consumerist who only is aesthetically a punk and not mentally? Because punk definitely isn't an ideology more than it is anything else, right, guys? Okay, the fuck? Where the fuck did all my goddamn tabs go, dude? Oh, there we go. God damn, fuck. That's so fucking stupid, dude. I hate the panic button on Opera GX. You gotta go now. I'll tickle your toes. Don't tickle my toes. Mepper, kill that guy. Guys, Mepper is my femboy boyfriend. Don't worry. Huh. There we go. What? A cutting remark? A cutting? What a cutting what a cutting remark! Best of luck, everybody. Okay. Now and Reiko are looking after a fainted Kana. Sarah, come running if you're in danger, alright? Feel free to leave the heavy lifting to the guys. Base. Then the scrawny beanie kid doesn't look so tough himself. You better run too. What a cutting remark. Best of luck, everyone. Alright. Can I go back there? There are many exits out of the room. Chocobo. Reiko is actually just a, or Rico, I don't know how to say her name. They are a consumerist punk. They are not real punk. They are a poser. Dead end passage. And when the dead ends? I wonder, when I fell, did I land on one of those cushions? Same for me. I bet all of us fell in a similar way. Joe came carrying you out of the hall. Don't get on to me for rage baiting now. There are many exits. Move. Let's go there first, I guess. Ooh, a dining room. There's a dart on the table. That is not a cafeteria. That is a dining room. This looks like a cafeteria. I wonder if our kidnappers are telling us to eat up here. Well, it's pretty clear that they're stuck in this situation, and that there's going to be, like, amenities for all of them to be able to use. I've been watching this new show on Netflix. Not new show. Maybe, is it new? I don't know. It's a game called, it's a show called Squid Game. It's actually really good. No, but there's a show I did watch Squid Game. It was really good. But it's called The 8 Show. It's based off of a webcomic called The Money Game, and it's actually like really, really fucking good. I obtained a small dart. Get a load of this fake Marxist over here talking about consumerism as if it's a bad thing. Clearly they never read Marx, because Marx literally talks about the commodity and how important commodity is, but it's actually the justification and assertion of value to extract labor that's the bad thing about commodities. A Zippo? I have one of those. I remember when people were getting pissed at Funky Frog Bait for having a Labubu. You know, unironically, I do think that, like, Marx would, like, look at Labubu and he'd be like, this is just capitalism. This is horrible. But then he would also be like, but this shit is kind of cute though. Pitch black area in the back of the cafeteria. The doors shut fast. Window, can you see? Oh. An elegant chandelier. Okay. Central hall. I don't like the keychain, but the marker art or whatever was low-key cute. Yeah. I mean, think about this, right? Pokemon is a result of capitalism, right? It is super, like, intrusive on stuff with advertisements and all sorts of other shit. But Pokemon is really cute, and dozens of people love, not dozens, millions of people love Pokemon. That's okay. You're allowed to like shit and have it be not revolutionary or whatever, right? That's called a contradiction. And not contradiction as in being bad, but contradiction as in being tension between your ideology and the world around you. Tension. Marx talked about this. Contradictions are a good thing. It causes motion. It causes forward motion. How base funky was. If I remember them being anti-capitalist, but whatever. Even if they are, whatever they are politically, yeah. I don't know who that is though. Can't go turn you into a delinquent. I think so. Something bad's gonna happen. You can let the delinquents don't smoke, honestly. Cigarette vending machine. Give me some cigarettes. Yeah, but, counterpoint, Cinderace and Scorbunny are fucking adorable. The vending machine is stocked with cigarettes. There's something in the dispensing slot. Obtained a cigar? It's got a high-class feeling, huh? Can I go in here? What the fuck? Reads game. Okay. Is this a smoking room back here? No, it is a smoking room. Alright. Somebody make fan art of Sarah, but with a giant ass fucking cigar in her lips, like that one Seinfeld image of this. What's in here? Is that? There's a green vending machine here. Let me guess, alcohol? I've got no money. High prices, water and soda both cost 1,000 yen. $10. Damn. Talk about price gouging. Yeah, peso! It says bar. Okay, can I use a lighter to go in there? No, alright. Oh, I can go in the bar. Okay. You can't click on places to move. Use the move button. Okay. Thank you. Keep away, Miss Sarah. What is chauvinist? You'd better not drink at a... Yeah, such a gentleman. On the other hand, some might say there's no better time to drink. Bottoms up. Cheers, my friends. A variety of alcoholic drinks. Okay, what about you? Professor Mishima inspecting every inch of the room. Oh, Miss Sarah. Have you encountered any dangers? Please take a most conscious yes. What is that? That cigar. A minor cannot be carrying around such a thing. I wasn't going to smoke it. I thought it might be a clue. Is that so? Apologies for my suspicion. It seems I slip into teaching mode whenever I see a student. However, well, let's see. Yes, could you let me hold on to that? I'm telling you, I won't smoke it. Handed the cigar over to Professor Mashima. What is that? Oh, it's gin! Bars are just full of alcohol, meow. I hate alcohol, woof. I hate my drunkard dad more, meow. Oh, God. Oh, shit, no. No, Jin, I'm so sorry. Your dad has a bad drinking habit. He's an annoyance, wolf. When you drink, you gotta be sure not to get swallowed up yourself. I'm drinking age 2. I gotta be careful. Well, the big thing, look, you can have a respectable and an appropriate relationship with alcohol, right? The reason why so many people become alcoholics is because it's replacing something for them. It is giving them a feeling that gives them escape into things, right? That's why so many places that are under a lot of harm and war and other things like that end up being affected by alcoholism so much, because it's an escape. Alcohol itself is not a bad thing, neither is smoking, even if it is very, very addictive. But you can enjoy these things that do not cause immediate, irreparable harm to you, such as actual hardcore drugs, that without being, you know, understanding and respectable and appropriate. Fuck, what's the word? Healthy relationship to it. There's a bunch of names on the blackboard. Can Drink, Alice, Kai, Kazumi, Keiji, Shunsuke, So, Naomichi, Mai, Megami, Reiko, Kyutaro. Can't Drink, Anzu, Kana, Jin, Kugi, Sara, Joe, Nao, Hinako, and Ranmaru. Our names, and some strangers' names too. Don't tell me. The people who we haven't seen are... Yeah, somebody named Alice. I have a friend named Alice. Passage to the bar. Oh yeah, I was in a debate with a few kids about alcohol. It's crazy. I was talking about trauma, then they called my country based. Dude. Puritanism, am I right? God damn. If you want to drink, you should be able to drink, right? If you're at a healthy age to where it won't affect your development, right? Such as, I think a healthy age would be anywhere between like 18 to 25, right? Because your body's already fully developed around those ages. So, like, I don't get it. Because, like, there is plenty of flavor and tastes and experiences and the like through things like drinking or smoking or other things like that, right? There's a reason why whiskey is served with certain types of meats, and why wine courses are a thing, or why there used to be things where you would have a cigar made of a certain type of plant or other things like that to appropriately finish off and like complement all the taste together. You're not going to see somebody be like, yes, here's a nice palette of cocaine for you to snort because it has a good smell. No. Smoking area hallway. Let's go to the smoking area itself. Oh, game room, actually, yeah. Is that a dark game room? Feels like there'd be some kind of puzzle or place. I rely on your instincts, Miss Sarah. Yeah, but why is there a giant 20-foot pit here? It's a dartboard. How dreary. Playing here would feel just so lonely. Should I throw the dart? Yes. Yeah! I forcefully throw my dart towards the target. Suddenly, a strong wind blows up from above, and the dart plummets into the darkness. I lost the dart. Such a shame. 0 points. That's gonna fuck me up later, I guarantee it. The red door is shut fast. How curious. What about the blue door? Blue door seems to open easy. Ooh! Seems we can enter any time. Let's go into the blue room. Oh! Whoa, what are those? What are those? There are human-shaped figures sitting in the chairs. Let's get a closer look to check them out. Something strange sitting in the chair. Looks like it's a doll. A doll, huh? Inspect it. Let's take off the chair and inspect it. Hmm? The doll's attached to the chair. It feels like there's something to this. Well, that's not good anyway. I don't know what I'd do if it suddenly attacked. Dude, there's a Reddit moderator up here. Dubious doll sits in a chair. Taking a closer look, there's something between the doll and the chair. It's a gun? Obtain a revolver? What are you going to do with that, Sarah? Huh? Oh, sorry, Miss Sarah. Hey, would you give me that? No. That's right, you shouldn't let it leave your sight. Hey, Reddit moderator, don't make that joke. It's insensitive against my kind. I don't give a fuck about your kind. I have a gun. Oh, there's Q-Taro. Such a suspicious place. I tell you what. What are you doing, Q-Taro? Just getting a big old view of the room. But these guys, they're checking every corner. No hesitation. Ain't they scared of traps? Joe, what are you doing? Dude, he's so fucking freaky looking. He's got no nose. Wonder what this big painting is for. Find it curious? Yeah. Maybe try taking it off the wall. I think I'll check the easy things first, like these chairs. Besides, Sarah, it's just barely out of your reach, huh? Hey, I grew a centimeter since last year. Don't take me lightly. Don't put me down, man. I'll be calling you Shorty someday. Ugh! What's the housewife doing? It would appear this is a doll. Its placement here seems significant. The head has a weighty feel. And when I shake it, I hear this sloshing sound. Alright, take out the gun and shoot it. Perhaps the kidnapper's aim is to have us stick a straw in here for hydration when we find ourselves thirsty. What the fuck? The head seems pretty solidly built. Apologies, I was trying to tell a joke. At a time like this? I'm truly sorry. I'm truly sorry. Alright, what up, cop? Hey, Sarah, put out your hand. Oh. Received 3 bullets. No, they're not mine. Found them while checking the seats. I've never seen these in real life. Are these real bullets? Probably. Dangerous stuff. So, would you take them? Why me? Joe will get antsy if I have them. That said, I can't give them to Joe either. So I'm counting on you, Sarah. But then why not give it to the housewife or Q-Taro? Suspicious. A weapon that fires bullets can be chambered with up to 9 bullets in its circular chamber. What's the large hole on the center for? The large hole on the center? That looks like some sort of weird break action, but if there's a large Cylinder. Wait, cylinder? Right? Is that what they said? Circular chamber. What's the large hole on the center for? Don't know. Do not know. Let me check out the painting. Oh, I can check out the painting. Okay. Let's check the red room. It's tightly shut and can't be opened. Okay. Smoking room hallway. Can we go into the smoking room? No, we cannot. Now and Reiko are looking after a fainted Kana. Okay, I don't really need to be able to protect myself. I have a gun. Let's see, where else have we missed? Cafeteria. Let's move back to cafeteria central hall. Oh, back of cafeteria. Whoa. What an imposing atmosphere. That red lamp is eerie. Don't think I have the courage to enter that room. Yeah, well, hold on, wait a second. There's another dart here. There's a dart on the table again. I obtained a small dart. Hold on, wait. Infinite money glitch? Hold on. It's a dartboard. How dreary. Yes. Yeah! I foresee through the dart. Suddenly, a strong wind blew. I lost the dart. Such a shame. 0 points. Okay, and then we go back to the smoking area hallway. Oh, shoops, shit. Hold on. I need to adjust this. I didn't realize that. '87, '86. Is that a Alien Stage reference? Is that an Alien Stage reference? Oh my god, it is! You have a Mizzy PFP. It is, okay, fuck off. That's awesome. Cafeteria. And is there a dart? There's a dart here again! Oh my god. Awesome. Let's go to the back of cafeteria. Can I use the lighter? No. Whoa, it's not locked. What should we do, Miss Sarah? Are we going in? Yes. Here we go. I have a gun. What the fuck? There's nothing on the shelves. There's something sitting next to the stuffed animal. Obtain bullet. Feels pretty light. Is it a dummy round? They're like toys. If you put them in a gun, it won't fire. They're not real bullets. Let's have KG look at those. He should have more expertise than us. So maybe he can tell us something. I'm hoping they can give us a clue on what... I feel like we're going to be playing Russian roulette at some point, and we need the dummy bullet. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. Cloud doll torso. It's not going to move, is it? Could this be related to something in the box? Yeah, what if that's where the head goes? Oh. Have you played Danganronpa? Yes, I have, but a long time ago. Yeah, a long time ago I did. I played the second one where they were on the island. Find the body. Right there was a note in there. I wonder if the doll head from the box can be combined with his torso. Will that make something? It might, which is a little scary. Yeah, right. Let's search around for some more first. What's this vent? Heart-shaped vent on the wall. Okay. Okay. Cafeteria. Maybe sometime. I doubt I'll play it though. Why not? I have no clue. I just don't have time really. Okay. Who has the head? So no head? Is there anywhere that I can go? Is there anywhere I can... Back of cafeteria. Hold on, let's go to the back of the cafeteria first. Why is he repeating shit? What's it say? We can put this off for now, right? Right? Why do you want to put it off? The third one is my favorite because of my purple-haired twink. I only saw the first one and it's weird and terrible. Yeah, I watched all of the first like Danganronpa series, the anime, and I didn't like it. I just didn't. I thought the idea of a death game was really cool, and I've always liked death games. I like Kaiji, you know, Ultimate Gambler. I like Squid Game. I like the 8 game. But I don't know. I think the only thing that Danganronpa kind of has going for it is that there's an interesting premise. People love making fan art of it and Tumblrification, and the female characters are hot. Well, they're all adults, so. Especially the ones with 2 grenades in her shirt. You also can't go wrong with anime's trash. Game much better because the anime is ass. Yeah, probably. Kokichi haunts me. My sister's obsessed with him. I like the white-haired like twink. I think he's really funny. All the games including Despair Girls, which is I wish I never had, including the series. Jesse, did you used to? Oh yeah, you used to be obsessed. I just saw your message. I was about to say no one says that without actually being like very obsessed formally, right? There is plenty of like anime that I used to be obsessed with, and now I just can't stand them ever. I could probably combine this with another item. Yes, combine. Stuck the dart into the large hole in the center. Oh! Oh, hold on. Passage to the bar? No, it's not here. It's, central. And then we go. And then we go into the game room. If you were in Danganronpa, you'd be Haiji Compliment Trust. Don't search up. Hold on. Let's see this. Haiji Toa. Who is this? Yo! Holy shit, he's kinda hot. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, but he's kind of cool looking. He's a pedo. What? How dare you? What are you saying? I like him younger. As young as... I like him young. Not as young as possible. 12 is a little too old for me. Maybe a 9 or an 8 is good. What the fuck is wrong with you people? I think he looks cool because of like his scruff and like his long hair and his like jacket. I am a little sus though because he has like a red armband. Is he a Nazi? I like him younger. Clipping material. Clipped. Metal clip that. I like them young as possible. IG Towa. Everyone says them. Everyone is saying the same thing. Pedo. How is a pedo? Oh my god. Fuck you guys. Don't troll me like that. I have nothing. I have no fucking clue about. Dude, he must be upset because all of the women in Danganronpa are adults, because they're like, that was like the whole thing, was that like the time shit worked and like they're all like 18 but they believe themselves to be 16 or younger until they find out about it. Let's look at personality. Haiji is a deliberate and calculating, although other times might call him cowardly. He is very paranoid about the Resistance's hideout, not allowing anyone to leave the place. He claims he isn't hiding, but simply waiting for the right opportunity, although he later admits that he was just being a coward. He is rather serious. Chip's half-sister. While he has a strong hatred for children, he's also a self-proclaimed... Oh my god! Dude! It's Nux Taku! Dude, fuck, who's that one anime YouTuber that's like always on fucking Twitter and like defending lolicons? Yeah, Rev. Yeah, Rev says Desu. That fucking... that cuck. I was also gonna say, oh my gosh, hold on. I know I can fucking look it up. I can look it up immediately and be like... Let's see. Who the fuck? It's the guy with like the small face and the really short, kind of tangly hair. I've clipped his shit before and like posted it in serious discussion. Who the fuck? Chibi Reviews. Yeah, that guy. Chibi Reviews. That's him. This guy. Literally like defends like lolicon and shit on his Twitter page and shit, like, oh, everyone's always obsessed with age, and now they're okay with it. Hell, someone made a reaction video to Gacha reaction video. That's awesome. Let's see. No, cancel. And then let's see. It's a dartboard. How dreary. Yes. Okay. Shoot the target with a revolver. Congratulations! Fantastic bullseye! For hitting the bullseye, you get a wonderful gift! Please look into the hole! Exercising caution as I look into the hole around the dartboard, I saw something within reach. Obtained left... Left leg! Left leg! Dude, my nose is so fucking itchy, dude. Oh, looking closer, it's a doll egg! How mean to pull that same trick over and over. I'll hold on to this. I was expecting it to fucking, like, open up that red door. I'll be right back. better. No, I'm not dying. Okay, this is gonna sound a little gross, but my nose was like really itchy, so I just went and I tweezed my nose, and it fixed it all. Hi, Mepper. He was bisexualizing behind screen. Yeah, definitely, 100%. All right, let's move back to the... Okay, still nothing. All right, let's go to the smoking area, because I have a feeling that there's bound to be... No. There's bound to be something in the, in somewhere that we haven't been yet. Oh, here we go. Yep. A sliding door. Open the door. There's gonna be a leg or an arm in there. Yeah! Won't open! Pant. I'm too weak. I really doubt I can open this. Open the sliding door. Let's go get Q-Taro. Let's go smoking area and then game room. Hey, Sarah, you found anything out? No, there's still plenty I don't get. What is especially strange to me is how there were a gun and bullet in this room. What meaning could there be to kidnappers giving us a weapon? Might want to cause discord. Yeah. Discord? A weapon that puts one person at an advantage who'd want to hand that over to anyone else. Fun fact, in the spin-off game, So is weaker than both Kana and Jin. Really? That's awesome. He's a straight twink. But we got good old Sorrow with us, so I don't trust the way that he's talking. I do not trust him at all. Only because you're so darn cute. Put their trust in me. He's a pedophile. That's why he got kicked off the force, is because he found a bunch of, he found, a pedophile ring and, terabytes, dude. But because he's not a mangaka or super famous, he didn't just get a $10,000, fine. He was, discharged from the force. But not put in prison because, things like thievery and piracy are more important in criminal justice in Japan than pedophilia. If you want to find out more about this, look up Watsuki. And look up Watsuki and allegations. There you go. Then you'll find out some more. It's I wonder why. It's so funny because one of the most popular manga out there is literally about pirates stealing shit and openly being yes, looking directly in the camera, be steal from the government, steal from the government, steal from the government. But the capitalism is oh yeah, but let's actually just make it really, really marketable too. Hold on. Who pinged me? I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Dude, I have got to go pee. Didn't expect you to respond to a compliment with such a dubious look. Oh, right, KG. I found these dummy bullets in the cafeteria. What? What's that? Hand to Debu bullets. Do these seem like a clue? I'll check them out. Oh, I have 6 dummy rounds. Oh, doesn't seem like there's security cameras. Let's see if Joe can help us. They're so tight, so no dice. Can't investigate it anymore. I'll take a closer look at these dummy bullets. Just give me a little time. Okay, well, he has a frying pan. Maybe you can break open the thing. Never fucking mind, I guess. Oh, Sarah, hold on a sec. Yeah. Before leaving the room, I turned around and... Huh? Miss Sarah, aren't you coming? Oh! Oh! Miss Sarah, are you okay? Iron bars appeared over the door, separating me from So. We've been locked in? Gah! It won't open. I'll look for something to pry open with. Well, this sure is bad. Sarah, you hurt? No, I'm okay, but... Damn it! It's a trap! Who knows what'll happen? Stay alert! Hey now, don't put yourselves so on guard. What? Whose voice was that? Don't sweat the details. I'm the master of this room. You can call me Miss Meister. Meister? Like Music Meister? Like Batman Brave and the Bold? Like Soul Eater? Now, to get right to it, let me explain the rules of the next game. The rules? Well, of course. You want to stake your life without even knowing the rules? You're a real character, man. Stake my life? Steak? Because he's a chef? This one's simple. Right now, there's 5 humans in this room, right? Glance around the room. There's 4 open seats. 1 will be the challenger, and the other 4 will sit down to be the targets. Targets? For what? Well, I gave you that cool weapon here in this room, didn't I? I knew it. I knew it. The moment he said 4 chairs, I'm like... People are going to have to sit down. There's going to have to be 1 person left, and they're going to have to shoot. And then what the challenge is going to be is trying to miss them or hit them, or Russian roulette style of putting dummy bullets in there and with the live rounds. We're going to be targets for a revolver? And what are the rules to this? Surely there's an outcome where nobody dies. Naturally, a regular death trap is just old hat. Get me? The fucking, I knew it! I knew it! I was about to say, old hat, like the painting, and the painting was talking! But see, first, you'll have to decide who the challenge will be for me. You're telling us to decide who's going to shoot without knowing what the game is. Who's going to want to be the targets? Will the challenger be safe? Yep, only the targets will get to relish the thrill. What a shame. I see. Sarah, can I ask you to be the challenger? What? Don't kid me! You can't decide that all on your own. I suppose it may not be proper to make a young girl handle a gun. Alright, misogynist. Now that's a real chauvinist. I'm in favor of it myself. Sarah's got a clear head. Well, Sarah, you confident? That's a majority vote! That's a majority vote. Confident? I am. Joe, in that trial, he did what I counted on him to. Now he's making a request to me. I'll handle this, definitely. Please let me do it. No way. Can't approve of that. It's not like I don't trust you, but don't think badly of me. Holding it to a vote. Perhaps this is the best way to settle this. Why don't we discuss it, and then hold a majority vote? Yeah, might be the only way. Right. Gotcha. Let's do that. Talk to me when you're all set. I'll be standing right here. Prepared for discussion. Hold on. Okay. How about I just pull out a gun, shoot 1 person, and then we all get to sit down? Gay misogynist. Yeah, exactly. You know what's really misogynist? Being gay. Because you only like men. That's an exclusive. That's exclusive to women. You're also transphobic because you don't see trans women as women. Sometimes it feels like Keiji knows about the fourth wall and that Sara's the protagonist. Maybe, probably. Decide the challenger. Oh! Well, Bucket Girl, so wait, what if everyone sits down and then we give So the gun and then he has to shoot while somebody sits on another person's lap? Once we've settled our opinions, we'll hold the vote at the end. Sara, you know what's up. Show Kitaru what makes you worth trusting. I know it. No, I know he is. I know he is. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's iron bars, and he's outside the room. Hand him the gun and have him stick his arms through the thing. Oh, foreshortening. Oh, ooh, look at that cool pose. Oh, Sex Pistols. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah. Okay. You know it comes from Texas, don't you? We gotta have the one we can trust most to be the challenger, I'm thinking. No objections there, right? So let's talk about it. Development. Straight to the point. I got experience handling guns, so leave being the challenger to me. Is that true? Yep. I hate lies. I got real acquainted with shooting when I went to the US. So you're saying you've had training? I'll keep it simple, Kitaro. Even if you do have experience, I can't trust you. Really? No? Sorry. The mood has become tense. I understand it pains me to put the responsibility on Miss Sara. She'll be fine. Sara's got a mind of steel. Just call her Steel Mind. Shut the fuck up. Steel Mind? Don't get caught up on that part. Dude, he's so autistic. Well, actually, no. He's specifically very, very dumb and very, very neurotypical. Guaranteed. Well, Sara, can you think of any rebuttals? Rebuttals. There isn't a lot I can say myself, is there? I'll think about it. Ask me if you're not sure. We'll stress about it together. Won't be necessary. Settle it. We're going to save. We're done with your turn to die for now. I have to go pee really, really badly. And we were playing that for like an hour. So I'll be right back and then we're going to move on to something new. damn. Oh, okay, I'm back. All right, so we are going to be moving on. I said earlier that I'm going to be doing a horror game with a guest. So, that's what we're going to be doing now. I'm going to stop. No way, he just sat down at the same time. We just awesome. But we are going to be stopping the stream, and then we're going to be starting again because I'm going to be bringing on a guest that many of you seemingly already know very well. It's Karl Marx from the grave, but I'm kidding. So that's what we're going to be doing, and then we are going to be playing horror games together, or a horror game. So, what the fuck is happening? Why is this? Okay, there we go. All right. You guys. I'm just going to tell you guys now who it is. You guys know Mepper in the stream. Yeah, they're not a new member. They are a very close friend of mine who has only just now started to be in the chats and everything, and they're a VTuber, and they are going to be joining the stream and playing games with me. So that's one of the reasons why I called him, because it's not they, it's him. Gender reveal, that he was the navigator. So we're going to be playing games together. I'm going to have his VTuber model up on stream and everything like that. So give me just a little bit, and I got to set everything up, and I'm going to start streaming again whenever it's ready. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be back in just a few short minutes. Feel free to join the Discord down below and chat amongst yourselves while I get ready. Bye-bye. Bye.